Welcome to episode 3 of Loose Ends with Robert Hernandez. We are joined by a very special addition to the team. Like I said last week, it was impossible for me to continue to produce this on my own. So we are joined by, would you like to introduce yourself? Sure. Okay, you don't have to be on camera. Do you just want to say hello?
Yeah.
Okay, come here.
Hi everyone, my name is Kirsten. I'm Robert's girlfriend.
Okay, I would have given a better intro than that, but it's all good. Yes, it is Kirsten, the wonderful, beautiful, talented Kirsten. She is the producer as of now because I don't have money to hire somebody. If I did, she wouldn't be having this job. But nonetheless, we appreciate the help. We appreciate all the support we can get, right? Yeah. So we have a producer now. We have somebody in the room. It feels a little bit more natural. I don't feel crazy. I don't feel schizophrenic. I don't feel weird, right? Because there's somebody behind the camera. And hopefully this will help me feel a little bit more comfortable. I was pretty comfortable last week, but yeah, I just want to continue to make the show better and better as we go on. So this is a part of that. So now we have a producer. The dogs are also in the room. So if you hear a little bit of rustling around, or if you hear an aggressive dog fight going on, or if you hear one of them growl, or sometimes one of the dogs farts, don't worry. There's not ghosts in here. It's just my dog. Today is Sunday, September 17th. At the time of recording, this episode will come out tomorrow, Monday, September 18th. Today was pretty fun. I was in WeHo where the boys be, you know. Kirsten doesn't like me going over there alone because she knows what a piece of ass I am. But, yeah, I was in WeHo, went to the farmer's market, had some fun over there, went to Alfred Coffee to support Kirsten. Having a cool little pop-up in collaboration with Linktree and Alfred, right? Shouts out to the Linktree people. They bought me Alfred Coffee and Len Yeasty Boys. So shouts out to you guys. Got me my favorite bagel, and I didn't even really deserve one because I wasn't even really working with her. But it's all good. I appreciate the bagel. I got the Chetty Wop. If you don't know what that is, it's like Fetty Wap, but Chetty Wap, like cheddar cheese, right? You got a Lox bagel? Yeah. Lox bagel, yeah. Very Jewy of you, but all good. Okay. Yeah, farmer's market was fun. Bought some fresh produce. I got some romaine lettuce. We got some romaine, some fresh romaine. Got some green leaf lettuce and some green onions. Pretty random collection of produce, but the guy had a good deal on the greens, and I was like, all right, cool. At least the green onions I can kind of regenerate and continue to use. Also got some very sweet, bright red strawberries. Those were delicious. You really can notice the difference between the strawberries you get at the store and the ones that you get from a farmer's market. I never really paid attention to it, but they're so much darker red. They're sweeter too. Farmer's market was fun. Here's one thing that you hear. If you go to any farmer's market or any outdoor place where people are selling things, I probably heard this 150 times today. Oh my God, hi. How are you? It's so good to see you. It's so good to see you. That's the biggest lie anybody's ever told. Anybody that says it's so good to see you, most of the time is lying. Because when I say that, I don't want to be seeing the person in front of me. When I see somebody I actually want to see, I'll be like, hey, what's up? Give them a noogie, fist bump, slap the ass. I don't go, hey, good to see you to somebody I'm actually happy to see. I think that's a lie. So that was apparent today. There was a lot of those, oh my God, hi. It's so good to see you. Man, yeah, I went to the farmer's market, got some strawberries, other produce. It was a good time. Oh, also got some pupusas. Kirsten's never had a pupusa, so we got some, and you like them, right? 10 out of 10. She said 10 out of 10. Yeah. That's good. 10 out of 10. Okay, I guess so. I woke up from a nap about an hour and a half ago. Not really a big nap guy, because here's the thing. When I was growing up, I don't know why, my grandma really had a problem with me taking naps during the day. I think she thought that like I was going to be lazy, or that I was going to go to sleep and never wake up again, or something crazy, because I remember when I was younger, she didn't like me taking naps. Like if I fell asleep on a weekend during the day, she would come into my room and wake me up. Which, I mean, just let me get some sleep. I was probably just up late playing Xbox, or, stealing my mom's car like I used to. But, yeah, so as I've come into my adult age, I've really started to appreciate napping. Napping is cool. Napping is fun. Napping really... It's something that I never really understood why people did. I get it. You're tired and you take a nap because you want to get a little appetizer for your sleep. But it was something I was never really familiar with. So or not familiar with, but it wasn't encouraged in my house. I was never told, oh, go take a nap if I look tired. I was told, oh, you should go to sleep earlier, right? Which I'm not going to do that. Who goes to I don't like going to sleep early. I like staying up as late as possible and then completely ruining my next day. That's what I like doing. And that's what I'm going to do tonight, because it's 9:24. I am shooting this episode at 9:24 p.m. and it has to be edited and uploaded by tomorrow. But hey, like I always say, baby, I do this for my fans. However many of them there are. I don't know how many of them there are, I got one right here. I know there's a couple out there, but just trying to be consistent with it, and also not make excuses and be like, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to record today. Like I have to record today because ultimately the thing comes out tomorrow. Yeah. Pretty eventful Sunday though. This past week, just going to give you guys a little recommendation. I don't know if you guys watch comedy at all. Don't know if you guys even care about comedy. But I will say, earlier this week, I took the time to watch Shane Gillis's new special on Netflix called Beautiful Dogs. And that was one of the funniest specials I've seen in a very long time. It was just so childishly funny, it felt carefree, felt very natural, it just felt good to watch somebody being funny, and like whose goal is to just be funny. And I think that especially in LA, especially in the Los Angeles comedy scene, there's a lot of people who don't want you to be funny. They want you to be correct and then be funny second. But I think it's just refreshing to see guys that are, way further down in their career doing really cool shit that inspires people like me who are kind of coming up below them. And I got to say, I mean, the LA comedy scene is really, really doing a number on me this week, okay? I signed up for an open mic on Thursday. Gonna go to an open mic, pretty normal thing. You sign up online, you send your $5 on Venmo, whatever, right? You show up, you do your shit, you go home. So, on Wednesday, this mic that I do on a pretty, I don't want to say consistent basis, but I've done it a couple of times before, probably at least 8 or 9 times, and, the person that runs it on Wednesday posts, oh, go grab your spots for the week. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to do a Thursday. I like doing the Thursday ones because I know some of the people who go on Thursdays and I like them. So I sign up. I didn't send my $5 though, because normally I like to do that when I get there, but I do want to be on the list before I get there so that I could still get a spot. The show is at 9 o'clock on Thursday. Pretty close to my house, so I go to leave and leave the house. It's like 10 minutes away. I get there completely dark. Mind you, this is not an open mic in a comedy club. It's not in a bar. It's not in a bowling alley. It's not in a coffee shop. This shit is in somebody's backyard, right? So, not shitting on the mic, not shitting on the mic at all, not shitting on the mic, just shitting on the LA comedy scene in general. As of right now, the state of the LA comedy scene, this is something I was talking about with my friend today. It's just a commentary on something larger, specifically the LA comedy scene. And basically what happens is I show up on Thursday night at 9 p.m. sharp. Nobody's there. The backyard lights are off. And another guy had gotten there at the same time as me, so he took it upon himself to just walk into this guy's backyard because I wasn't going to do that. You know, he was a white guy, so I was like, okay, you can go into this guy's backyard, but if I go into this guy's backyard, somebody's going to call the cops and I'm going to jail. So he went in. I was like, what's going on in there? He goes, oh, there's nothing. And I'm like, okay, well, that sucks ass. So I go into my phone and I check their story and there's no notice of a cancellation. There is no warning, no, hey, we couldn't make it tonight, nothing like that. Just completely ghosted the mic, right? Which I get. Sure, man, you might have had something pop up. Something might have been more important. You might have been able to get on a show that you've been wanting to get on, whatever. But the thing that the point that I'm trying to make is that I just feel like for a lot of people that I know right now within the comedy scene in LA specifically, I think the way that we're just all going to have to go is just starting to produce our own shows. Because I've had plenty of experiences. I mean, countless in the past, 2 months, probably 6 different times this has happened where I go to, and it's not just one place. Like, that's why I'm saying I'm not singling out the person that runs this mic. You know who you are if you're listening. But this is a problem that the city has. I don't know if it's because, I don't know what the reason is, but all I'm saying is that it's fucking my shit up, right? So I need to stop relying on people who clearly don't care as much about the comedy scene in this city as they claim to, because it's a very popular thing to be like, yeah, I care about the craft, I care about the art, I care about the community, but then completely disregard that and act so differently in your actual life. It's one thing to say that on social media, but then what are you doing with your actions? Because if you did care about the community, how hard would it be to ask your friend, motherfucker, ask me. I'll go fucking run the mic for an hour if you can't run it. Just put out, hey, does anybody available to run this mic later? Dude, I would totally do that. You know, like, but the one thing that really pissed me off is that, okay, you're going to cancel it. I've had that happen before. But to cancel it and not let anybody know is what bothered me. Because I'm a busy guy. I work full time. I make the show. I help you. I walk my fucking dogs. I have to fit time in to play frisbee. I make food. All of these things I have to do throughout the week, right? So when I start my week on Sundays, I try to plan out, okay, if I can make it, what days can I go? And you fucked me. You bent me over and fucked me real hard, right? So now I've decided going forward, I'm going to try and get in contact with maybe some bars around my house. I could probably hit up maybe some other sorts of venues nearby, maybe some restaurants. I know a lot of people do them at pizza places and bowling alleys and stuff. But yeah, I think it's just time. I need to start being more proactive with the shit, because when you rely on other people, most of the time it doesn't work out. And that's kind of like a metaphor for the show too, right? Because I've had friends be like, oh, we should start a podcast. First of all, I don't think you can even talk for 15 minutes, right? So here's my thing. That's why I never started a show with a guest or with like a co-host, because I don't know, I just never felt like the people that were kind of hitting me up to be like, oh, let's start a show, let's do this, let's do that. I don't feel like you either care as much or actually like doing it enough. I think that people see people that have podcasts that make a fuck ton of money and they're like, oh, wow, that's a really viable option for me to get rich, you know, and have a G-Wagon. But it's like, yeah, I mean, that's a cool way to think about it. But for me, kind of what I explained in the first episode is this is just me trying to get more comfortable, not only speaking, not only on camera, but just kind of being able to riff. In comedy, we call it a riff, right? A riff is like, same thing in music. You're jamming. It's like a jam. You're jamming in comedy. That's a riff. You're riffing on a topic, right? And that's why I'm doing this. And I feel like everybody who's asked me to do a show with them or record something with them, I just never really took that offer because I never felt like people were going to be as invested in this shit as me. So that's why I really like that, like, this is just my thing, and I just get to come in here once a week, talk to you guys, give you a little update on what's going on in my journey and my process and the show, you know, have a good laugh, have a good time, and we move on to the next week, right? Yeah. And here's, the comedy scene is not just fucked up by open mic cancellations, but I also want to talk about this situation that I had a little while back. I went to do an open mic, and I'm doing this bit about Latinos for Trump, right? Wasn't in favor of Latinos for Trump, wasn't opposing Latinos for Trump. I was acknowledging that there are Latinos who are going to vote for Donald Trump, or did in the past. And it was I'll say it. It was the East Side mic, right? So on the East Side, we know what the vibe is, right? A lot of what's that shit called that John Mayer has? Patchouli that smells good. A lot of patchouli, a lot of big hats, a lot of Nike SB blazers, those weird like Scandinavian backpacks that people buy for no reason. I don't even know how to pronounce, but you know the vibes, right? It's the East Side of LA, Silver Lake, Los Feliz, that whole vibe. And I was doing a bit about Latinos for Trump. Like I said, wasn't in favor, wasn't opposing, just acknowledging that this is a perspective that exists in the world. And I get off of stage after they let me finish my set, thank God, because I've seen terrible, sad videos where people will actually come on stage and tell somebody to leave. But I went up, I did my 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. I don't remember what it was that night. I'm pretty sure it was 5 if I had time to do that bit. And the host of the show walks over to me as I'm coming off, and, you know, after she comes off, because she introed the next person. And she walks over to me and she says, we don't think that joke creates a safe environment for the other comics in the room. And I said, what about that joke what about that bit can make someone feel unsafe? And she said, well, it's just the language and the rhetoric. And I was like, okay, well, I know I've done that bit probably 15 times now. I know where the curse words are in there. They're not bad curse words. They're not mean curse words. I didn't drop an F-bomb, the real one. Didn't drop the R word, right? So in this moment, I was completely confused because I don't see how words can cause danger. Maybe my life experiences have never put me in a situation where words can become violent or incite violence in some way. But she told me I was creating an unsafe environment for the other comics in the room. And I just don't think that that's true. I don't think that words can do that. I don't believe that. Words can hurt, like mentally. They can hurt you, but they can't physically hurt you. I wasn't creating this, I wasn't inciting violence against people in the room. And I also wasn't shitting on people who aren't for Trump. It's just acknowledging, like I said, that people who look like me fuck with that guy. I'm not saying I do. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying that we need to acknowledge as a society that there are people out there who have unpopular opinions, and that is okay. it bothered me for a long time. It really, really, really bothered me. And today I got some closure on it because I was able to talk to a friend about it. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I don't know if LA continues to be this weird fucking, like, virtue signally, I mean, I hate to say it, liberal shithole. I'm probably going to want to move. As much as I love this city and I love the people who I've met here, and I don't love the traffic, but I've gotten used to it. And that's a pretty mild joke in my opinion. The bit that I do is not really that. I'm not, like I said, not inciting violence. I'm not even name calling. I'm just simply acknowledging that there are Latinos for Trump. And I just don't think that LA right now is a very safe environment for comedy. You want to talk about safe? Like, when that lady told me that I wasn't creating a safe environment for the other comics in the room, well, I'm sorry to say, lady, but fuck the other comics in the room. You're not creating a safe environment to foster good comedy. And this is what I was talking to my homie Justin about today. It's like, you're not going to get a Bill Burr out of LA if the scene continues to be on this weird, like, bullshit. It's just honestly sickening, and it fucking frustrates me because as somebody who actually cares about the shit that I talk about, that I do, or I don't even care about what I talk about. Nothing that I really say up on stage is, I'm not telling you need to listen, but what I'm telling you is that I need to have the ability to freely express myself. I think self-expression is a lot more important than your fucking feelings about a political candidate. Yeah, I mean, and here's my thing too. Like, I don't want to go to Austin and be like a weird fucking, because what you see of people who move to Austin is that immediately when they go to Austin, they just start shitting on the LA scene, which I get. I'm already shitting on the LA scene, but I think that there is good places for comedy in LA. There's really good places for comedy in LA, and we all know the names of them. And even some of the ones that we don't know their names. There's really good places to do comedy in LA. There's places that actually allow you the creative freedom to say what you want to say, because we all understand when you walk through the fucking door of either a comedy club or a bar or wherever the hell somebody has a microphone and some speakers, we come here to laugh. I'm not here to make a point. I am not here to get a message out. If the funniest thing to say is retard or whatever the word is, that's what I'm saying. Like, if the funniest thing to say in that moment, sorry, as somebody who does comedy and loves comedy and really wants to see the thing continue to grow, I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it, and I don't use these words most of the time in my daily life. I don't drive. I'm not sitting on the 101 in traffic like retard. But I think that there is a time and a place that people need to understand that this is like, you got to let people say what they want to say to get the point across. And if you don't like it, well then, hey man, don't go to a comedy club. That's all I gotta say, right? It's really been fucking bothering me, but I'm trying not to let it bother me because I'm making really good progress right now. I have like 3 good minutes, and I'm trying to get 2 more good minutes so that I can have a 5-minute tape, and we send that into all the clubs. And hopefully we start doing the better mics at the actual comedy clubs and not some fucking shithole backyard or bar, you know? But yeah, I'll stop talking about comedy because if you don't like comedy, it's probably really boring. But I just need to get that off my chest because it's been fucking bothering me ever since that lady said that I was being violent with my words. Because of what I wanted to say to that stupid, dumb fucking bitch and her dumb platform Converse. First of all, if you have those stupid fucking platform Converse, go fuck yourself. Those are the most hideous. I'd rather wear Keds than wear those shitty fucking Converse that are fucking 3 inches off the ground. They have ribs on the bottom for no reason. Fuck you. That's one thing I remember about that lady. I don't remember what her face was. Don't even remember her name. Don't remember a joke she told, but I remember that she was wearing those ugly ass fucking Converse. I'll stop, okay? Because we have some clips to get to. Finally. We have some bangers for you, okay? We've been putting in the work. We've been putting in the fucking hours, scouring the internet for the most. I'll tell you one thing. The 3 clips we chose today have 3 drastically different vibes, but I promise you they're going to be a good time, and we're going to have a good laugh, and I won't be too mean. Okay. Well, I already pulled them up. I can put these on screen when I edit it, right? If I download them. Yeah. So I should just watch them? Yeah. We're figuring it out. Don't worry about it. This is a production conversation, audience. Okay? We still don't know what we're doing. We're barely 3 weeks in. But the first one, it's really great.
Right fucking now. Piss me off. You're going to be exercised right now. I'm fucking sick of your shit. I'm sick of you not being saved. I'm sick of you not believing. And I'm sick of...
Okay. I mean, the fact that lady, not only did she try to perform an exorcism at what looks like an outdoor patio at a sports bar, but she didn't even say exorcism right. She said, I'm going to exorcise you right now. And she goes, I'm sick of you not being saved, and I'm sick of you. I love that one. I got a good laugh out of that one. I think that's so funny. There's another one that I found that I wasn't able to find there's another one that I enjoy that I wasn't able to find in my DMs, but it's very similar to this where it's like the whole Holy Ghost type shit. I want to say it was in Palmdale, but it's like this black pastor. She's a woman, and she has her hand on the forehead of this, I want to say at the oldest, 9-year-old Latino girl, probably 9 or 10 is the oldest. She's really young, and she's she has her hand on her head, and she's going, I compel the demons to leave your body right now. And the little girl just starts going, I'll get that one next week, but I just think that the Holy Ghost side of the whatever religion that is, I don't even know what they are. Are they Christian or they're fucking a lot though. I'll tell you that much. Okay, so that was a good one. Oh, this is a banger right here. Actually, I'm gonna save this one for last. Because this next one is just, I don't think there's anything funny about this next particular clip. I think if anything, it's more, I'm appreciating the really truly the durability of the human body, the human spine, and all of our joints. I don't think I don't think there's an American alive right now who can do this type of shit. So let's watch. Dude, they're literally playing jump rope with a human. They're swinging this kid like he's a fucking jump rope. Oh my god. Wow. Dude, if you do that to me, I'd fall off the bone like that video of the fucking turkey leg. You know that video where the guy pulls the turkey leg off the fucking bone and he goes, that's what would happen to me if he did that. I mean, dude, he must when they threw him and finished, he probably felt like he drank 15 Jaeger bombs the night before. Do they have Jaeger in Africa? I don't know. My dumbass friends are texting me. Hey, stop texting me. Last one is the best one of the night, I have to say. This is my favorite video I've probably seen in the last 3 months. I'll have to give you some context because I think that if not, it looks bad because I'm laughing at a retarded guy. But somebody basically commented on this guy's reel or TikTok, and they asked him, "Are you the guy that killed George Floyd?" And this is what he has to say.
I am not the guy who killed George Floyd. What about people leave me alone?
He did not kill George Floyd. Watch the YouTube video.
Not only does he say that...
Give me your proof, because he did not kill George Floyd.
Okay, what's great about that one is that he was so pissed that somebody... Hey. We're in production of a full-blown show right now. I can't have you fucking growling and shit. I think she heard the audio through my... Yeah. Hey, we're almost done. Okay, we have a couple of minutes left. Cut me some slack, lady. Sorry, forgive me. My dog is causing a nuisance for the show, but it's okay. We're going to put her down soon.
No, we're not.
Yeah, that last video was great, though. I love that he's so mad. People are asking him, are you the guy that killed George Floyd? And then not only does he say it, but he has, like, I don't know if it's his friend or just somebody that stitched the video together. But, yeah, that one gives me a really good laugh. I love that one. But I think we're approaching 30 minutes. So let me take a look at the time here. Yep, 31:53. A little bit longer than our typical episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm feeling the bonus episode coming this week. Maybe on Thursday. I've been wanting to put one out. We'll see. We'll see what she's doing. I have a producer now, so there's scheduling that I have to figure out. But once again, everybody, thank you for listening to Loose Ends, episode 3. Really appreciate the support. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. And please, this is important. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. I will come up a little bit higher on search if you do, so I appreciate all the help I can get. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Robert Hernandez Comedy. Follow the producer. Actually, we'll hold your @ for now, right? There's a lot of sickos out there. I don't want anybody fucking with me or my lady. I got a hot piece of ass that, I'm just kidding. But yeah, thank you for listening to the show. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Robert Hernandez Comedy. Same thing on TikTok. And yeah, thanks guys. Bye.